Good afternoon, everyone. In today's topic, let's discuss an introduction to Indo Anglian literature. Okay, so what is Indo Anglian literature? Indo Anglian literature is the term defined. It is a contribution of Indian writers in literature. Mainly, it is a literature which is not so different from Indian literature. It is a part of Indian literature. For example, we have something called Vedas. Here, the main writers are Tagore, Iqbal, Aurobindo Ghosh. Those who acquired the education of English, so on. Here, these all have started with some factors. The factors are the educated youth want to establish English education in India. The reason is the English language is a gateway to Western knowledge. Though it is not their mother tongue, everyone wants to realize the creative effort of the English language. So, the main people who want to spread English are those who acquired the knowledge of English, Indians, those who have settled abroad, Indians who acquired English as second language, so on. And mainly, their main purpose was not to lose the cultural identity, but their main purpose was to enlighten the Indian youth about different Western ideologies like liberalism, fascism, so on, so on. And they wanted to give the true picture of Western speakers. Now, what is the difference between Indo-Anglian and Anglo-Indian literature? See, Indo-Anglian literature is effort of Indian writers in English. Anglo-Indian literature is effort of English people about India. Anglo-Indian literature is romantic because as they are Westerners, don't know the real sense or the real taste of India. They have romanticized India too much, like jugglers, kings, queens, and so on. They couldn't see the reality of the Indian Vedic education beyond this. What is Indo-Anglian literature? Indo-Anglian literature is done by our own people who portray the reality of India. Now, the translated work of writers in English from Indian languages is Indo-English literature. On this basis, we have two literature. One is classical Indo-English literature, one is modern Indo-English literature. Classical Indo-English literature is the translation of those classical texts of Indian languages into English languages. In this case, as the translator is not connected with the time and the space, the translator can take some advantage and deviate a little, very little from the originality. But in modern English literature, it is not possible because the translator is limited to same time and space. Again, in this, we have different things called translation and transcreation. What is transcreation? When the same writer writes the text in two different languages, he can take liberties. That is transcreation, not translation. Now, coming to this Indo-Anglian literature. This Indo-Anglian literature is described as a gift of goddess Saraswati to Indians. Various writers have carved in different fields of English. Okay, for example, Nehru wrote his autobiography, Discovery of India. Thoru Dutt wrote The Captive Lady. Next, Sarojini Naidu, The Golden Threshold. Aurobindo Ghosh, A Vision of Science. Tagore wrote Chitra. Babani Bhattacharya also wrote in English. See, just like Americans have their own English, in the same way we Indians have our own English. Okay, that is the reason R.K. Narayan in his one essay says we should have our own Bharat brand of English. Now, but what are the shortcomings in this Indo-Anglian literature? There are various shortcomings. The first shortcoming is it is a foreign language. There's a great prejudice that English is a foreign tongue, so one cannot express their emotions accurately in English. Okay, so such prejudices did not help the Indo-Anglian literature to grow properly. One more thing is flaw of imitation. This the moment an Indian poet starts to write in English, he is unable to get away from the weight of the language. So he is unable to find the correct terminology and so on. That is one thing, flaw of imitation. Next, publishers used to be very conservative in those days when they used to know that they are Indian writers writing in English. They used to check 100 times before publishing. So, at the last, the conclusion is these things have proved very fruitful. English and Western education have proved very fruitful to India because we got a rational outlook, we got a scientific outlook. It led to growth of creative literature. Use of English led to Renaissance of 19th century. Okay, so here many were enthusiastic. Raja Ram Mohan Rao, he wrote in English. He is the first Indian writer to write in English. Okay, after him, the other people were Keshav Chandra Sen, Dwarakanath Tagore, and all his friends of Brahmo Samaj. This growth of English has brought number of translations. This growth of English has got novel in English language. Not only in English language, this medium of novel was there in regional language. The first Indian English writer was Raja Ram Mohan Rao, and the first Indian English novelist was Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. This all was impact of English studies. So the first Indian English play is Persecuted, which is the gift of English language. Thank you. In our next class, we'll come up with the historical perspective of this.